Good morning, welcome to the vlog, welcome to Tokyo. It is actually Friday, it's not Saturday, the typical vlog starting day. I mentioned last week that I was going to be not vlog tomorrow because I have family coming, so today I thought I would show you guys a typical work day. It is about 7 o'clock right now. I'm about to go for a run. I have to be out the door and ready in an hour, so I'm pushing it a little bit, but let's get this running.
Halfway done. Got 30 minutes to get back and get ready for work.
Alright, just got back, 3 miles done, and I have like less than 10 minutes to get ready for work. So here's a quick transformation. Ready? Alright, ready. I'm like 15 minutes late. I need to get to the train, so here we go.
Suitcase on the bedroom floor, one-way ticket in an empty drawer. Come send me out, I'll fly out to a different show.
Give me a ticket for an airplane. Ain't got time to take that fastest train. Lonely days are gone, I'm going home.
The lane's blurry, I'm pulling over, I'm on the shoulder. I think it's time to go. Layovers and hangovers, I take over, I leave it all in the dough. Hop into the automobile, footing the bills, I put on your heels. I'm on the path, train to Jersey, it's a fast lane to 30. I'ma take it in early, some folks playing dirty. Now I'm living out of bag again. I leave it all in the dough. Hop into the automobile, footing the bills, I put on your heels. I'm on the path, train to Jersey, it's a fast lane to 30. I'ma take it in early, some folks playing dirty. Now I'm living out of bag again. I'm traveling, snapping in and out of it, and balancing what's happening. I'm leaving where I grew up, where people never blew up, where no one ever knew what they were doing, so they screw up. I flew up, I took off, just caught the last train, and I'll be unpacking where they don't know my last name. I roam through the city with my headphones on, and when the feeling is gone, I'll turn around and go home.
Give me a ticket for an airplane. Ain't got time to take that fastest train. Lonely days are gone, I'm going home. My baby just wrote me a letter.
My favorite part of the day is lunch. We have a la carte style cafe in the building, so you can get pretty affordable food, and it's really amazing. So I'm always taking Instagram pictures. Okay, so again, I work at my cubicle until it's time to go. So in the meantime, I thought I would try a different segment today, which is the podcast of the week segment. So you guys know I listen to a lot of podcasts. I'm constantly listening to podcasts, and I'm always like sharing them with people. So I thought instead of constantly sharing them with people, I would actually talk about them on the vlog. So this week's podcast is from Entrepreneur Thought Leaders. It's actually a Stanford podcast. You take usually it's an alum of theirs, and they come back and talk about their entrepreneurial journey. And so this one was called An Entrepreneurial Mindset Applied to You by Bonnie Simi. And so actually her talk of what she did entrepreneurial wise wasn't really that interesting to me. What was more interesting was that she, at the age of 14, made basically like a bucket list. I don't remember who she said told her to do this, but it sounded like somebody came to her class or something, and this person had like 120 items of things they wanted to achieve in their lifetime, and they told her, told all the students to make their own lists. And what makes it different than what I would consider to be a bucket list is that when I think of bucket list, I think of experiences you want to have, short things you want to do, like jump out of an airplane or meet some celebrity, but they're not really achievements or things you have to work your whole life towards or really put some pre-thought into it besides signing up to do it and actually committing to do it. So it's very much a kind of different kind of list. But anyway, when she made the list, it was right after the Olympics. So she made, on her list was to go to a good college, 1, 2, to be an Olympian, so to participate in the Olympics, because she had been watching the Olympics. Also, she really liked the newscasters on the Olympics, so she wanted to be a sports broadcaster. Her mother, she lived in a really small town, and her mom actually went to go take her to watch the airplanes every so often. They would watch the airplanes take off at their airport near them. So she wanted to be a pilot, and then she wanted to build a log cabin. So out of those 5 things, she thought like the first and the last thing would be like the first thing she checks off her list. And it ended up that at the age, I think she's probably like 50 years old right now or something, she's done everything except build a log cabin. And so she wanted to be an Olympian, but she didn't really think she would be in the Olympics. And so it happened to the next time the Olympics came around, there was like an application to be the torchbearer. And by this time she was got into Stanford. And so she decided to use her same essay that she used to get into Stanford to apply to be the torchbearer for the Olympics. And she actually got it. And so by being the torchbearer, she kind of felt like, okay, I kind of checked that box off. But then she had like a summer, she had nothing to do and no money. And then she saw this camp, like $8 to go try luge. And so she went to that camp and then realized that if she wanted to be good in luge, she needed to go to Germany. So the next summer she went to Germany. I think she took a year off of her undergrad, went to Germany, got really good in luge, and actually participated in the Olympics. And so then once she got that thing checked off, I think she was training and she was like, well, what about the pilot thing? And so she went to like the nearby airport and like signed up for a pilot class. And she doesn't just fly like recreational planes, like she flies like jets for JetBlue. So she flies like Boeing 747s, like huge, like she's an actual pilot. And I think thought of like just by making these lists and keeping it in her mind was enough for her to force her to try to achieve those things. And like, yes, she killed it on her achievements. And I think there's something, but they don't actually go about achieving them. Like there used to be the big trend of making your spirit board or your like wish board where you put everything on your board that you would want to happen. And I guess you have to actually take the steps to achieve your goals, which she actually did. But I think the first step is acknowledging what are your goals and what do you actually want to achieve, and making those goals measurable so that you can actually work towards achieving them. But anyway, that was the podcast for this week. I will put the link in the description below. But anyway, I am leaving work, so let's continue on the vlog.
Suitcase on the bedroom floor, one-way ticket in an empty drawer. Come send me out.
So at this point, I would typically go straight home, but here in Japan, there's lots of public bathrooms, but not enough. There's no soap in the bathroom. So I bought some liquid soap, and now I need to buy some containers so I can travel with them. No. What is this one? This is what I want.
Okay, made it back home. It's kind of wet out, so I've already changed into some warmer clothes. But time to make dinner. So basically just leftovers for dinner. I made stir fry. I eat almost the same things every week, either salmon and vegetables or shrimp stir fry vegetables. I have some leftovers from stir fry, some leftover salmon. About to just heat it up and make some miso soup.
Balancing what's happening. I'm leaving where I grew up, when people never blew up, when no one ever knew what they were doing, so they screw up. I flew up, I took off, just caught the last train, and I'll be unpacking where they don't know my last name. I roam through the city with my headphones on, and when the feeling is gone, I'll turn around and go home.
Give me a ticket for an airplane.
For the miso soup, just a big old dollop of miso, hot water, then I add a few bean sprouts, bam, for all those that missed the Emerald days. And then I add some seaweed, but I cut it up right before I drink it because I don't like the seaweed to get soggy. And that's dinner. Stir fry, some miso soup, and seaweed that goes in the miso once I'm ready to eat it. And then for dessert, some canned fruit, because like I mentioned before, fruit is very expensive. So that is my dessert. Alright, so it's about 8 o'clock, ate dinner, had some chill time, so now I'm about to get some work done, probably for like an hour or so, and then I gotta clean up the house because I got family coming. So about an hour of writing and then cleaning spree. It's like 9 o'clock, I have like another hour where I'm still useful, so I'm gonna start cleaning up.
Balancing what's happening. I'm leaving where I grew up, when people never blew up, when no one ever knew what they were doing, so they screw up. I flew up, I took off, just caught the last train, and I'll be unpacking where they don't know my last name. I roam through the city with my headphones on, and when the feeling is gone, I'll turn around and go home.
Give me a ticket for an airplane. Ain't got time
Okay, I think that's a pretty clean house.
Do some last minute touches tomorrow, and then I think I'm good. I'll probably get up early, go for a run, go do some work, and then go to the airport to pick up my family. But that is what a typical day looks like for me during the week. Getting up at 6, going to bed around 10, and a lot of stuff in between. But hopefully you enjoyed. Next weekend, I think we're going to be going to Hiroshima, so should be a lot of fun, should be interesting. But until then, remember the important things and forget the rest.